Hey, what's up, YouTube? If you're watching this right now, that's way too fast to transition. Sorry, that's way too fast to transition. I like 300. 300 is a nice smooth fade. There we go, much better. Um, hey, what's up, YouTube? Again, hi. Unedited takes. I'm live on Twitch. By the time you're seeing this, I'm probably not, but if I am, I'm usually live Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays after 12 p.m. Please follow the Twitter and the links down in the description below if you want to find out more, or go view the Twitch page, and all my social medias and everything are all down there. Today, I want to finish up the tragic interview that was cut short by outside factors. And I want to just continue to commentate on it. I'm sorry it keeps disappearing. I hate when it does that.
Make people feel like their vote changes something, as opposed to like, I could be the one to invoke change. No, you want like this, then you have to vote this way.
And what do people like India Walton do about defund the police and socialism? Because this has been the two things I've seen that over the last 2 years, hammered at progressives, socialists, whatever. And it doesn't. To me, it doesn't seem like progressives really have an answer for it. She embraced it, but didn't find a way to neutral. All I've heard on the radio over the last few days.
So I gotta learn whenever I'm doing like an interview or anything, and it's a stand-up interview, to stay in one place. I can't do that. I'll be talking to people. Like, I'll talk to you.
Local TV, socialist, and to me, how do progressives kind of say, yeah, so what? Let's focus on this.
Embrace the ideas. Instead of telling people like, yeah, it's, I always go with the Bernie thing. Socialism, ooh, you can't be scared of it. Apply it to the way people ingest information. I know it sucks and like you really need a lot of like social media campaigners. You need to know how to run a media but like, be honest. Hey, you're gonna hear a lot of bad things about socialism. Here are all the lies and how to debunk them from my own mouth. I'm not telling you this because I want you to vote for me. I'm telling you this because it's the honest truth. And you should at least know the honest truth before you do anything else.
Also, how about telling them, no. I'm a democratic socialist. The mayor, he's the socialist. You want to know why? You know what socialism is?
So people did not like this. People did not like this take that he had, but I was listening to him and I know how he was framing it. So I'm gonna see if I can like explain it since I'm like reacting to it. Good morning. A little comfortable? Waiting for somebody? Gotcha. Is my voice soothing?
It's
Huh? What? Oh, the thing, the earlier thing.
Kids, they go back to school, their parents pass away, or they lost someone, or people, whatever. Just go back to school.
Yeah, just go back to school. Like,
And the other things,
good, no, I'm glad.
redistributing money. Your money, the people of Buffalo, your money that, your taxpayer dollars, it's literally going to real estate developers. He is taking your money and handing it to because it's not just that they're giving tax cuts to real estate developers. They're literally handing them money. It's not just cuts, grants, subsidies from the city. So that's called socialism.
And I know what he meant. Like, I hear people thinking that he was saying it's socialism, like literally. He's saying it's the socialism that he's branding, or that the right, or anybody who tries to do socialism, it's anything that they think is the representation of it. Like what you're so afraid of, the handing of money, the da 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 da, blah blah blah. The people in power, that's what they are doing. They branded the bad thing. They branded the thing they want to do as the bad thing, then pinned it on somebody else, just making you look that way. So when we say, yeah, that's what we want to do, you think back and you're like, well, that's what I've heard before. And that's not what it is. So for the people voting, you hear socialism's bad. It's like, but the guy that you're voting in is doing the bad socialism, the thing you hate. but he's literally sucking up your money to do it when your money could go to things that help exactly what you need as opposed to random things, and you're trying to figure out why your roads, your bridges, your hospitals, your social services are really poor.
It's you're not from Buffalo.
Right.
It's the people on the east side in the poor parts of Buffalo, the people in the deindustrialized parts of Buffalo, Cleveland, South Bend, Flint, Detroit. Your money is being redistributed to developers, to political donors, and that's being called economic renewal.
And you could even take it a step further. So you hear all these
Because he like landed it, and I was like, "No, let's go ahead."
horror stories about it, but it's like, hey, remember when we talked about how like your jobs are leaving and what are the reasons for them? They're taking more money and then paying cheaper labor than taking and raking in all the profits. You get a really terrible building that you have to like find people to live in.
And this was the argument that we were going to talk about with the New York Times opinion piece that they just put out about how liberal hypocrisy is widening American inequality. But the status quo is kind of to just see it and then be like, well, why are apartments so expensive in like major urban cities? The real estate developers take the kickbacks from building an apartment that they know will sell for $4 million, go into another state and put up like a $200,000 house. Boom, that's 2 contracts. You're probably getting $8 million, and you only spent what? Let's say $2 million on labor, and for all of them, it's like if you want to go that far into a budget, like, come on, the light counter.
You call it low affordable housing, and then you get people used to this low standard of living. Oh, at least it's cheap, but it's like you could have put more effort into it with the money.
Germany, y'all saw the videos. Ooh, socialism. Their affordable housing looks like a dream community in one of these suburbs. Like, at least they could look better. Like, that's the whole point. Imagine you waking up to a nice big window, sunlight, your coffee, everything, and it's beautiful, and the air's clean and everything, and you go out and everybody's sitting by the garden and the park. The kids play right before they go to school. You see some teenagers doing some homework over in like a community area on the other side. Take all that away and you leave people with nothing to do. And when people have nothing to do, as we've noticed with the pandemic, they get angsty.
That was actually allocated for it. Look around. Like, I feel like, yeah, that's where these campaigns lack. That's where progressives lack.
You see how I moved I moved over. I can't stop moving. I think it's me not trying to be so close to the microphone as well.
Go on the attack because they feel like that makes them look like the Republicans. That makes them look like the enemy, you know. Oh, I thought you guys were the guys of peace. Like, we're not playing a peaceful game. You're trying to do it to make yourself look nice, but explain to people, hey, you think this is socialism? Well, let me show you real socialism. It's happening on an economic scale. I'm going to explain it to you in the like a 5-year-old, so you can understand it and say,
explain it like I'm 5.
at least even if I don't care, I know I'm not voting, or at least I'm not wasting my time actually putting forth the effort to go to these polls, to choose somebody who won't mess me up in the long run. And I don't see that happening. I can see that in like the way the people, like you were saying, that's why I was really nodding with you, because it's obvious. And they don't want to do that because it makes them feel like they're aggressive, they're attackers. We want to be the peaceful kind. We don't want to start, insurrections, riots, but we should.
You know what? I hate.
Now, I was saying we shouldn't like start insurrections and things, but we should. Like, our base is fervently attacking each other because we don't like Joe Biden and kind of where the neoliberal, democracy is headed. But at the same time, we're that angry. Black Lives Matter. They branded all the there's a bunch of riots, whatever. They had their own riot, and it was a peaceful tourist attack. If you have the ability to spin negative behavior, then you win the game. Because if something positive happens, that's a win. If something negative happens, you spin it into a positive. Democrats still want to sit there and play the game of like, we're so nice. We're so nah, bro. You got a bunch of con artists in there. Look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. The bitch is nuts. Like, come on. Like, this is y'all king.
It would take a lot for me to credit Donald Trump on anything, but you want to know what? Donald Trump won. We could debate the reasons. There was some racism. There was also a lot of deindustrialization. He won also by fucking punching the Republican Party in the face.
And we covered that. We covered if you voted for Donald Trump in 2016, I don't blame you. Like, I don't blame you because we softballed it. Who's going to vote for the orange guy? You almost had Mussolini in there. A dumb Mussolini. Like, beyond how old was. Great, this is going to end up in my search history. He was in office from July 1921 and he was born 1930. Wait, what? Oh, that's I read that wrong. When was he born? He was born April 1889. So 1921 minus 1889. He was 32. He was 32 when he started rising up. Yeah, he was 32. So, like, he wasn't brain rotted like the other guy. Is this a labor theory of value stream? No, I'm just recounting an interview I did with Jordan Sheridan, and I'm just ending up there. He was 32, so like he was 32. So imagine if we had anybody like that in the American Party that's that young, and that's the problem with Josh Hawley. That's the problem with Josh Hawley. Holy crap. Like, pay attention to him over the next 6 months. Just do me that favor.
And punching Hillary, not literally, but figuratively punching Hillary Clinton in the face.
The attack, it makes them look like people like that.
People want to fight her.
Yeah, they want like the reality TV show. They like that, and that's okay. That's fine. The way the people go, the way the people discuss things, the way discourse happens, the way we get down to really understanding how you and I should communicate, that can grow over time. And that's so fine for people to like the hard fighter, you know, I'm not scared of anything, and literally everything you say, I can knock down in a second. That's fine.
But can I also ask you, just broadening this, because we've basically Terry McAuliffe for good. I mean, he's a corrupt best friend of the Clintons, so I don't really care if he lost. But doesn't this have national parallels? Because I've been saying for months, you know, the Squad and Bernie Sanders, like, you're not dealing with people operating in good faith. Like, Joe Manchin is a political terrorist. I mean, Kirsten Sinema, whatever she is. So you're not dealing with people...
meme. Kirsten Sinema is a meme.
That are... You like taking pictures of us? You're not... Oh, okay. You're not dealing with, like, you're dealing with fucking sharks, corrupt sharks. You're dealing with people who literally are willfully allowing the planet to burn so that they can make money. You're dealing with people who are allowing people to starve, to die during pandemics, to go without basic necessities. So why aren't you in West Virginia holding massive rallies calling them corrupt?
And this is where I'm going to stop this review, only because we covered what happened in that discussion on this show already. I don't feel like rehashing it, just being honest with you. But please do me a favor, go check out Status Coup News. He's had me on, and he's probably going to either be on the show or I'll be on his show. So go follow me on Twitter and everything to get updates on that. Plus my nuclear takes, because you know I'm crazy. And I will see you in the next one.